Okay, so this is the second day that we're spending on square roots, but today we're focusing on square roots on a number line because on the SAR test, that's how they're going to ask. Not only what the decimal version of it is, but where it lies on the number line. Now I'm going to show you the technical way that we're supposed to do it without utilizing the calculator, so this may be a tool for you if you don't have a calculator at home. But let's first talk about what are square roots. So the square root, of course, we talked about the square root symbol, okay? If I put a value underneath that square root, let's say it's 25, I'm asking myself what number times itself is 25. But where this comes from is actually a square itself. Because what's so special about a square is that all the sides of a square are the same. They're the same side length. So like if we're talking about the area of a square, then that's length times width, right? But since it's the same identical number, then it's just a number times itself. So when we're looking at the square root, we're thinking area of a square, like what side times itself is the area of that square, and vice versa, side times side is that area. So they're just identical. Okay. We have something called our perfect squares we talked about yesterday. These are our list of perfect squares. What makes them perfect is that they are nice whole numbers. They're not decimals, they're not approximations. So the square root of 1 is 1 because 1 times 1 is 1. The square root of 4 is 2 because 2 times 2 is 4. The square root of 9 is 3 because 3 times 3 is 9. And the square root of 16 is 4. 4 times 4 is 16, and so on. You get the picture. But we use these perfect squares, if we don't have a calculator, to help us determine on a number line where these numbers should go. So let me give you an example here, okay? And again, this is just one example. We're going to utilize our calculator to our advantage here. But if we're determining between which two perfect squares the square root of 27 is, let's look at our list. Is the square root of 27 going to be between which two perfect squares over here? And if I look at it, it's going to be between 25 and 36. So my lowest perfect square that it goes between is 25 and 36. Okay? So then we look at, well, which one is it closest to? Is it closer to the square root of 25 or is it closer to the square root of 36? Think about that. And it's closer to the square root of 25 because it's only 2 away. Here, it's about 6, 7, 8, 9 spaces away. So that's why it's closer to the square root of 25. So on a number line, though, what is the square root of 25? Well, the square root of 25 is 5. And the square root of 36 is 6. Okay? So on a number line, when I'm trying to determine where it's going to go between 5 and 6 on a number line, but it's going to be closer to 5. Okay? So let's see if we can use that to our advantage. Let's just practice that real quick, okay? So if I look at number 1, the square root of 10, well, which two numbers is it between on my perfect squares if I look at it? Well, on my list, it's going to be between 9 and 16. Do you agree? So since it is between the square root of 9 and the square root of 16, which one is it closest to? Well, it's closer to the square root of 9 because it's only 1 away. And since it's closer to the square root of 9, okay, hold on. So it's between 3 and 4 on a number line. And since it's closer to the square root of 9, it's going to be closer to 3 on the number line. So I'm going to circle that. Okay, let's do another one. So the square root of 39. If I look at my list here, which square root is it between? It's between 36 and 49. Okay, so the square root of 36 and 49 is 6 and 7. Now, is the square root of 39 closer to 36 or closer to 49? Well, it's closer to 36 because it's only 3 away. So on a number line, it's going to be closer to 6. So I'm going to circle that, okay? Number 3, the square root of 78. So if I look at my square root list, it's 78 is between 64 and 81, okay? Which is 8 and 9 on a number line. Well, is it 78 closer to 64 or is it closer to 81? Well, 78 is pretty far from 64. It's about 14 spaces away from 64, but it's only 3 spaces away from 81. So on the number line, it's going to be closer to 9. Last one, the square root of 223. So the square root of 223 is going to be between the square root of 196 and 225, which is between 14 and 15 on the number line. okay? And 223 is closer to 225, so that means on a number line, it's going to be closer to 15. Now, that's just one way to do it. We have our calculator to help us if that is really confusing. And the reason why we really want to use the calculator is because they don't give us this list of perfect squares on the STAAR test. That's something we kind of have to have memorized. Well, I don't know about you, but there's already enough to memorize on the STAAR test. So we're going to use our calculator to our advantage, okay? So if I look at letter A, we practiced yesterday how to type it in. We do second x squared, 68, okay? And we're hit enter. Now, yesterday we did round to the tens place. But from here on out, the best thing to do is round to the hundreds place, but only because I like to think of it like money, okay, like dollars and cents, okay? So we're going to round to the hundreds place. It's going to be 825 because the 6 rounds the 4 up, okay? Now think about that. If I have $8.25, what $2 amounts is it going to be between? Well, it's going to be between 8 and 9. Well, here we have 2 boxes. Well, which one is it going to be closer to? Which one is $8.25 closer to, $8 or $9? Well, it's going to be closer to $8. So letter A is going to go there, okay? If we do B, the square root of 14. So again, we're going to go to the hundreds place today. So it's $3.74 because the 1 does not change the value. Oops. So if I look at it as $3.74, what $2 amounts is that between? Well, it's between $3 and $4. Well, again, there's 2 options here. Is it closer to $3 or is it closer to $4? And since it's $3.74, it's closer to $4. So we're going to put it there. Okay, the square root of 34. If we go to the hundreds place, it's $5.83 because the 0 doesn't change that value. Okay, and even if you're stuck on the place value of it, it's honestly doesn't affect it too much, but as long as we're practicing, because it matters much later in the year. So $5.83 is going to be between $5 and $6, but $5.83 is closer to $6, so this is going to be letter C. The square root of 2, we have $1.41 if we round it. Okay, $1.41 is between $1 and $2. Now this one's close to the center, but if you think about what's in the very middle of 1 and 2, that's $1.50, okay? So where does $1.41 go? Well, since it's $1.41, it's going to be closer to 1 just by a little bit. So this is letter D. And this is pretty much how your assignment is. You're literally just putting them on the number line. So square root of 80, we have $8.94, okay, which is also between 8 and 9. And notice that we already have something close to 8. That's because $8.94 is closer to 9. So we're going to put it there. The square root of 30 is, this one rounds. It's $5.48 because the 7 changes that value. So $5.48 is between 5 and 6. This one's also tricky because it's really close to the center. But if we remember what's in the middle of 5 and 6, it's $5.50. And $5.48 is just slightly below. So we're going to put F right there. So some of them are not so obvious. You have to use your noggin a little bit. Square root of 8 is $2.83 if I round it, which is between 2 and 3. Since it's $2.83, it's going to be closer to $3. So there's G. Square root of 18. We got $4.24. And since it's between 4 and 5, $4.24 is closer to 4, so we're going to put it on H. Square root of 50 is $7.07. Which is between $7 and $8, and $7.07 is closer to 7, so we're going to put I right there. J, the square root of 12 is $3.46. $3.46 is between 3 and 4. Again, it's really close to the middle, but $3.50 is in the middle, and $3.46 is slightly lower than that, so we're going to put J there. Square root of 3. $1.73. $1.73 is between $1 and $2, and it is closer to $2, so we're going to put K there. Square root of 85, $9.22. And since it is between 9 and 10, there's only one value there. But if there were 2, it would be closer to 9. So L would go there. Square root of 62. We have $7.87, which is between 7 and 8. Yes, we already have a value close to 7. But the reason is because $7.87 is closer to 8 on this side. Square root of 21. We have $4.58. $4.58 is between 4 and 5. It is also close to $4.50, but it's higher than $4.50. So that's why we're going to put it closer to 5 and not 4. And last but not least, the square root of 6, which is $2. Excuse me, $2.45, which is between 2 and 3. Yes, it's a little close to $2.50, but again, it's smaller than that. So we're going to put O right there. Okay, so 2 ways to do it. You can use this square root list if you would like, okay? But on hindsight, if you don't have these memorized or in the back of your head, then the calculator is your best option. And think money, so go to the hundreds place.